Welcome to Top 10 Gaming, bringing you the top 10 upcoming games of 2016. At number 10, we have Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which, if you haven't played the original Mirror's Edge title, is an open-world action-adventure platformer where you get to play as the character Faith and traverse a huge futuristic city while completing different missions and evading enemies. The game was fairly well received the first time, but in Catalyst you can expect a drastic visual overhaul and improvements in traversal around the world. Coming in at number 9, we have a very heavily awaited Nintendo game. Star Fox Zero will be the first Star Fox game on home consoles in over 10 years. This game aims to bring you back to the nostalgia of classic Star Fox and offers a reimagining of Star Fox 64. Originally announced at E3 2014, it'll be interesting to see what Nintendo has come up with.
Star Fox Zero, also including Star Fox Guard, only on Wii U.
And at number 8, we have Deus Ex Mankind Divided, a heavily anticipated role-playing FPS stealth game which takes us 2 years after the previous game, Human Revolution, in the year 2029. Here you play as the augmented Adam Jensen, back again to kick some ass and take names, and with improved visuals and gameplay backing up the continuation of the story so far, I can easily see myself picking up this one.
No, sir. No reason to assume you would.
Moving on over to number 7, we have Dark Souls 3, and love it or hate it, everyone and their mother has heard of this game, and when it came out, essentially it took the world by storm with its unforgiving and intense gameplay. Basically, if you wanted to be the best at this game, you were either insane or just simply a god. The new action role-playing game will have you stabbing enemies more terrifying and foul than ever before, and if you end up picking up this title, I simply dare you not to die.
And it won't be pretty.
In the spot of number 6 is No Man's Sky, a game that really just took us all by surprise. It's been hyped up for quite some time now, advertising its interstellar travel in a seemingly endless universe. This game is all about exploration and survival with an art style that really did catch a lot of people's eyes, especially when it comes to the diversity of life on individual planets.
The universe. You wouldn't believe.
Taking the spot at number 5 is an FPS that we all know and love, and while you've been reminiscing for the good old days of Doom back when video games could do no wrong, now games have a lot to live up to, both visually and in the way that they feel. But from what we've seen so far, it looks like another great demon-crushing entry into the series. Number 4 had to be Overwatch because this is a title that has been keeping people on the edge of their seats for a while now. Ever since the beta, people just keep wanting more, so it's definitely looking good for Blizzard's new IP. Blizzard doesn't really have a tendency to be rushing out incomplete or terrible games, and by the way, this multiplayer FPS is starting to hash out. I'm excited to get into the craze.
Don't worry, loves. Cavalry's here.
Taking the number 3 spot is Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. The Uncharted series has a lot to live up to with the high stakes that has set itself, as people have been waiting for this game now for the absolute longest time. One thing I can tell you is that the game looks gorgeous, and judging by the amount of time we've all been sitting in anticipation, it doesn't look like the developers over at Naughty Dog are taking any shortcuts.
Real long time, just you and me. No offense to these guys, but they don't.
In the number 2 spot is Ratchet & Clank. One of the best platformers of all time is being completely and utterly remade from the ground up, meaning that hype levels are high and so are fan standards. When you try and make something that is nearly perfect for its time, even better in current time, it gets a lot of people riled up, including me.
Excited to teach him the ways of a true champion. Along with his robot pal Clank, we were the...
At number 1, we have Final Fantasy 15, which is an upcoming action role-playing game that has its hype level set to an 11, with Final Fantasy fans all awaiting for this incredible title. The game takes place in a modern society in a beautiful world named Eos, and this game has a lot to live up to, like a lot of titles on our list, so I can't wait to get my hands on it. But that's it for our list. What did you think? Did we miss something? Tell us what you thought in the comments section down below, and tell me what your top 10 games would have been. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you in the next one.